Good day, philosopher. My name is Emmanuel Rolirata, and I am going to present you my review of 10 articles, namely each I will tell you and reviewing them. First one is the proposition as intentions, the journal of Benson. The author's thesis on logic in this article is that propositions are best understood as expressive intentions rather than mere abstract entities. The chief strength of this article's argument is that it provides a thorough phenomenological analysis that bridges the gap between logic and intentionality. However, the weakness of its argument is the fact that it relies heavily theoretical assumptions that may not be universally accepted. Nevertheless, this article has helped me to realize that the relationship between logic and intentionality is more complex than traditionally conceived. Indeed, this article supports the claim in my research paper that intentionality plays a crucial role in the formation of logical proposition. Now, the second article that I want to present to you is the phenomenological reduction of nature and nature of perceptual experience by Bohr. The author's thesis on logic in this article is that phenomenological reduction reveals the foundational structure of perceptual experience, challenging traditional logic frameworks. This chief strength of the article's argument is that it offers rigorous detailed examination of how perceptual experience shape our understanding of logical principle. However, the weakness of its argument is that the fact it somewhat overlooks the role of intersubjectivity in shaping this experience. Nevertheless, this article has helped me to realize that the connection between the perception and the logic is deeply intertwined and cannot be ignored. Indeed, this article supports the claim in my research paper that perceptual experience is a crucial element in the construction of logical understanding. And the third one that I want to present to you is the origin of the phenomenon of instinct in the Husserl studies again by Bern. The author's thesis on logic in this article is that instinctive as pre-reflective experience play a foundational role in the formation of logical structure. The chief strength of this article's argument is that it completely traces the roots of logical reasoning back to the instinctual lived experience. However, the weakness of its argument is the fact that it may be emphasize the instinctual and the experience of higher cognitive processes in logical development. Nevertheless, this article has helped me to realize that the origins of logic may be more deeply rooted in our instinctual experience than I previously considered. Indeed, in these articles, the article supports the claim in my research that pre-reflective experience significantly influenced the development of logical reasoning. And the fourth one that I want to present to you is empirical anthropological types and absolute ideas, tracking Husserl's Eurocentrism in Husserl studies, and by the Scrivier, yes. The author's logic in this article is that Husserl's logic is deeply more intertwined with the Eurocentric perspective, particularly in the conception of absolute ideas. The chief strength of this article's argument is that it rigorously analyzes how Husserl's cultural biases influence his logical framework. However, the weakness of its argument is the fact that it might oversimplify the complexities of Husserl's broader philosophical project. Nevertheless, these articles has helped me to realize that cultural context plays a significant role in shaping philosophical logic. Indeed, this article supports the claim in my research. The cultural and historical context are crucial in understanding the development of logical ideas. Now, the other one is the phenomenological given and hermeneutics exchange in the use na phenomenologia Francis God in French phenomenology. I think that was one of the talk by Sir Mark Julalong last week. Maybe this week. I think. It was this article was by Philosophia or Philosophy. The author's thesis in logical in this article is the logical structure within phenomenology and inherently shaped by the hermeneutics exchange between the given and its interpretation. Now, this was the most important thing part. The chief strength of the article's argument is that it successfully integrates a phenomenological and hermeneutics approach to provide a more comprehensive understanding of logical processes. However, the weakness of its argument is that the fact that may underestimate the autonomy of logic, independent of interpretive frameworks. Nevertheless, these articles has helped me to realize that logic cannot be entirely separate from the interpretative acts that brings it to light. Indeed, that this article supports the claim in my research paper that logical structures are influenced by the interplay between phenomenological givenness and hermeneutics interpretation. Now the other one is re-examining Husserl's non-conceptualism in logical investigation. And this was proposed. This was made by KIDB. Yes. The author's thesis on logic in this article is that Husserl's non-conceptualism in the logical investigation offers a foundational critique of the emphasis on conceptualization in traditional logic. The chief strength of this article's argument is that meticulously revisits Husserl's early work to highlight the significance of non-conceptual content on logical process. However, the weakness of its argument is the fact that it may downplay the role of conceptual structure in the later development of Husserl's thought. Nevertheless, this article has helped me to realize that conceptual elements are integral to a more nuanced understanding of logic. Indeed, the article supports the claim in my research paper that non-conceptual content plays a crucial role in formation and project, a function of logical reasoning. Now the other one is the Husserl model theory of and formal essence in this Husserl studies, and it was made by Kyle B. Yes, and the authors in this thesis, the authors on logic in these articles is that Husserl's concept of formal essences can be effectively understood through the lens of model theory, offering a new perspective in his logical structures. It was connected in this my other article that was connected to my studies also. This chief strength of the article's argument is that it meticulously revisits Husserl's early work of highlight the significance of non-conceptual content in logical processes. However, the weakness of its argument is the fact that it may be downplayed to the role of conceptual structure in the later development of Husserl's thought. Nevertheless, these articles has helped me to realize that non-conceptual elements are integral to a more nuanced understanding of logic. Indeed, this article supports my claim. Uh, Research paper that non-conceptual content plays a critical role in formation and function of logical reasoning. Now, okay. Now I want to talk to you. The other one is Husserl's model theory of an formal essences in Husserl studies again. And it was made by Kyle B. Yes, Kyle B. The author's thesis on logic in these articles is that Husserl's concept of formal essences can be effectively understood through the lens of model theory, offering a new perspective on logical structure. The chief strength of this article's argument is that it innovatively bridges phenomenological concepts with contemporary logical theories, enriching both fields. However, the weakness of its argument is the fact that it may be impose modern logical framework into Husserl's ideas in ways that it might be not aligned with the original intentions. Nevertheless, these articles has helped me to realize that integrating different logical paradigm can lead to a deeper understanding of formal essences. Indeed, these articles supports the claim in my research that interdisciplinary approaches are valuable for exploring and expanding upon classical phenomenological concepts. Now the other one is Hegel and Husserl's phenomenology, logic, and the system of sciences. A reappraisal in Husserl studies also, and it was made by wrote by Lerner. The author's thesis on this logic in these articles is that philosophical systems of Hegel and Husserl, whilst distinct, share a fundamental connection through their treatment of logic as central to the structure of sciences. The chief strength of the article's argument is that it provides a thorough comparative analysis that reveals unexpected affinities between Hegel's dialectical logic and Husserl's phenomenological logic. This was the most interesting part. However, the weakness of its arguments, the fact that it may underplay the significant difference between their methodologies and ultimate philosophical aims. Nevertheless, these articles has helped me to realize that there is a more common ground between Hegelian and Husserlian approaches to logic that I previously understood. Indeed, this article supports the claim in my research paper that cross-examining different philosophical systems can yield valuable instincts into the nature of logic and sciences. The other one is on Kant's and Husserl's again, on transcendental logic. This was the another I have seen in the articles. It was made by Mesgari Ahmad Ali Akbar and Shafi Muhammad. The two of them are collaborative author. Yes. Okay. Yes. The author's thesis on logic in these articles is that Kant and Husserl's transcendental logics, while rooted in different philosophical tradition, both aim to uncover the fundamentals condition of possibility for knowledge. The chief strength of this article's argument is that it effectively draws parallels between Kantian and Australian approaches, highlighting their shared focus on the a priori structure of cognition. However, the weakness of its argument is the fact that not fully address the divergent implication each thinker draws from their respective logic. Nevertheless, this article has helped me to realize that understanding the transcendental logic requires a nuance, a comparison of both Kantian and Husserlian perspective. Kaya later recently I have talked about the Hegelian's perspective. Now I want to focus this on Kantian Husserlian's perspective. Indeed, this article supports the claim in my research paper that the concept of transcendental logic is pivotal in bridging different epistemological frameworks. The other one is on the evidence and description in Philosophia, Sociologia. It was by Sudaika. The author's thesis on logic in this article is that logical analysis must be grounded in both evidence and precise description to ensure its validity and applicability. The chief strength of this article's argument is that it clearly demonstrates how the interplay between evidence and descriptive enhances the robustness of logical reasoning. However, the weakness of its argument is the fact that it may be overlooked potential challenges in applying this approach to more abstract or theoretical domains. Nevertheless, this article has helped me to realize that the effective of logical inquiry relies heavily on the quality of evidence and the clarity of its description. Indeed, this article supports the claim in my research that the foundation of logical analysis must be carefully constructed from both empirical evidence and the meticulous descriptive practices. And I think that is all that I can give to you, guys, because and I hope you are enjoying watching and learning this my video. God bless us all.